Did you have another one, Howard? Did you have something? Oh, okay. On why do I have toothbrushes here?
It's just like taking care
Right, because remember, does everybody have them in their office now?
No.
Okay, go get them. They're really expensive. They're like $5 for a pack of 12. But listen, why do I want them in there? Because people are going to challenge me on what?
Why do you have tongues?
Well, they're going to ask me that. That's great. But they're going to question
me. What does that have to do with my spine?
Right, awesome. Because what do you do to your teeth?
Brush.
What do you need to do to your spine? You got to brush your vertebrae. The adjustment is like brushing your vertebrae, right? It's keeping it healthy. Hey, doc, do I really need to come in 3 times a week? Can I come down to 1 time a week?
You're going to brush your teeth once a week?
Right. Is that the best thing? Why do you brush them twice a day? Right?
To keep them healthy.
Right. I mean, Bill, when you got up this morning, you brushed your teeth, right? Yeah. Like, they must have been killing you. Were you like, oh, I can't give me a toothbrush? Oh, is that what you did?
No, I just brushed them.
No, you got up. Wait, they felt perfectly fine and you brushed your teeth? They didn't hurt at all? What are you going to do tonight before you go to bed?
Brush my teeth.
Right, you don't get up in the morning and go, you know what, this one feels good, this one feels good. Oh, this one hurts. I'm just going to brush that one. Is that what you did?
No.
Did you get up this morning and go, you know what, I got to be honest with you? They feel pretty good. I'm not going to brush. Did you do that?
No.
No, so you got up and you took teeth that were perfectly healthy and you did what to them?
Brush them.
You brushed them. And what are you going to do tomorrow?
Brush them.
What do you do tomorrow after that? The day after that? The day after that? So by taking care of something that's healthy already and taking really good care of something that's healthy already, most likely it's going to stay what?
Stay healthy.
Healthy. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And we need to do the same thing to our spine and nervous system, right? Or it's going to get what?
It'll rot.
It'll rot and get sick and deteriorate and disease. Does that make sense? If they're talking about coming in 3 times a week, or twice a week, or once a week, I'm going to say, what? Howard, listen, you got up and did the same thing. I'm going to go through the same rigmarole, right? You brush your teeth this morning. Why? You know, and so forth. Why do you brush them twice a day? Because they hurt?
No.
Why?
No.
Keep your mouth healthy, because it's the best way to take care. I mean, why wouldn't you do once a day? Why not do them once every 3 days? Why do you do them twice a day? I mean, you could probably get by every couple of days, right? Why do you do it twice a day? Because why?
To maximize.
Yeah, because it's the best thing for you to do. Do you remember what's wrong with your x-ray? Do you remember what we saw in your thermography? Do you remember where there was nerve interference in your body? Do you remember the recommendation and care? Do you remember why you need that care? Because it's what? It's the best care possible. So yeah, you could get in here less and still get some care, but is it the best care for you? And I was under the understanding you wanted the best care possible for you. Do you not? That's why you need to be here twice a week. So shut the hell up. No, I'm just kidding. But right, does that make sense? Doesn't that make sense? That's why you do it. That's why, and the other things, which I love what you said, Tracy, you were asking, hey, why do you have a toothbrush? It's engagement. I literally, who was it, were you there? Mike, who was in last night. And he said, were you up front or was Brittany?
I think it was Brittany.
Okay, so he's up front. He's been a member of our practice for 8 years. Do you see pictures of BJ and Dee Dee Palmer in my office?
Yes.
Okay, where are they?
Everywhere.
There's here, 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 here. Where else?
Ceiling.
Here. And where else do we have them now? On our new what? We got them on our
Uniforms.
shirts, if you didn't know. We got them on our uniforms, right? So I'm literally walking through and he goes, huh, who's that? And I said, BJ Palmer. And he goes, who's that? And I started laughing. I give him a hug. I go, Mike, I love you. Come on over here for a minute. You know, so I'm going over that. I'm going over this, you know, just briefly for less than a minute. But, you know, he starts laughing. And I'm like, Mike, that's the second chiropractor. He's why we're here. And he developed the principle and so forth on chiropractic. It was great. But it gives me the same thing that you said. Putting a toothbrush out gives you a reason to engage. It gives you a reason to talk. It gives you another reason, if you will, to tell the story, even though sometimes I don't like that phrase. But it gives you another reason to talk about what it is we do, to express the value of what it is we do. Because remember, it all comes down to value. If you value it, you're going to get here, right? If it's important to you, you find a way. If it's not important, you find an excuse. I know there's exception to that to some degree, but you know what I'm saying on that, right? They'll find a way if it's important. They may not be able to be here Wednesday. I mean, you can't hold everyone to that black and white because, you know, you can't get here today no matter what because you're out of town or whatever. But you'll make sure you make that adjustment up because it's important to you. If it's not important to you, you're going to find a way to make it not important to us, right? Which is I can't make it because da-da-da-da-da. I'm not going to make up adjustments. You know when I'm feeling really good and bing, 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 next thing you know, I can't get hold of it. Okay?
So stop brushing your teeth. So don't brush your teeth every day, right?
Right, I mean, you're going to get into those conversations.
Yeah.
That's what I'll do, 100%. Same thing with heart disease. Two best examples we use is brushing your teeth or heart disease. Because people get heart disease, right? I mean, how sick are you the day before you have the heart attack?
Really sick.
Yeah, did it just start that night? Did you go to bed smoking a cigar, beer, Krispy Kreme donuts, and chicken wings, and they got all plugged up that night? Is that what happened? No. Well, how long did it take to get sick? How long did you do Krispy Kremes and cigars and beers and pizza? You did them for decades, right? And as a result of doing it decades, what happened to the heart?
Weaken.
It weakened. It got really sick. As a result, how sick are you the day before the heart attack?
Really
Just a
sick.
sick-
Right. How long did it take to get like that?
Years.
I mean, same thing with your spine. I mean, in a sense, you're in crisis care right now, right? How long did it take to get that sick?
Long
Right. I
time.
know it just started yesterday, Bill, when you were outside working, but how long did it take to get that sick? Because I'm sure you did all the other things that you explained to me that caused you to hurt a million other times before, and they never hurt before. So why is it bugging you now? Not because you moved wrong, or not because you moved just right, as people say. It's because it's so sick, it's so weak, it's so diseased that you can't even do your normal activity now. That's why you can't do it anymore.
It's the straw that broke the camel's back.
Right, and if people get to financial, a great line that I've heard years ago, and I've brought up once in a while, is if you get them in that room or you're talking to the people of your members of your practice and they're in these rooms and they say to you finances are a concern, most people put away money for a rainy day. You've heard this before? So I'm going to say, Bill, listen, I think I talked about in the coach call this week, but Billy, I know finances are a concern for you, but have you ever put money aside for a rainy day? It's raining. You know, it's a thunderstorm right now. Now's the time. That's what you save for. You know, you got to be willing to put yourself out there, because how much do you value what you do or what you have to offer? That's going to be a direct reflection of your practice. So the more you value it, the more you understand it, the more they're going to value it, because you're placing more importance on it, right? And that's going to be done through your actions, right? They're not going to remember what people say, they're going to remember what people do. So if you're constantly doing and talking about it, then they're going to see, wow, this guy's really serious about what he does. I have no idea what he's talking about, but he seems really, but that's powerful too, isn't it? I have no idea what Billy, but he seems to really believe in it, so I'm in, right? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. That's still leading people. Any other questions? Because you guys are so talkative now. Just try to narrow it down to one at a time. You guys are so fried. Is the cup filled right now and ready to flow over? Anything that I didn't go over, because we're over on time. Is there anything I didn't go over that you're like, you know what, I don't want to leave? Did everybody get today, at least at the very minimum, what they were looking for to get out of today?
Best friend gave me the